Hello everyone, and welcome to a review of Lego Harry Potter Hungarian Horntail Triwizard Challenge that is set number 75946. It goes for £29.99 in the UK. I was able to get this at Smith's as its release date is a bit earlier over there. I think the normal release date worldwide is June 1st as far as I'm aware. Let's just move all of this back and have a quick look at the box. So, first of all, we've all seen the normal artwork, but the figures are listed at the top. Harry listed in the 1:1 scale. On the back, we have just a few different images of the set. And the front, there we go. The instruction book, it's nothing out of the ordinary really. We've got the other sets listed there, not all of them for some reason, and it's also listing the current set. Not really sure why, that must be default across all of them. But that's really all there is to say about the instruction book. Onto the actual set, we'll start with the little hut. This is a nice little design of the tent that the competitors start in for the Triwizard Cup. On the outside you can see just a little bit of the inside. Open it up, we have a bed with the two crests of two of the schools and a third one of Hogwarts. We've just got a little bed and a table with, I presume, a potion and another little side table with some goblets on. So that's a nice little addition. We'll move on to the figures before we look at the dragon. So we have Victor Crumb, we will start with. Let's position that. He's quite a nice figure. He's got two alternative faces. Or an alternative face rather. I like the hood printed onto the back, a sort of more menacing face and a more happy face that Lego like to do quite often. He's got his school crest on the front representing him. Next we'll move on to Cedric. He's got this nice, fairly recent hairpiece, and again, two faces with a hood printed onto the back as well as his name printed onto the back of the Hogwarts uniform, with his Hufflepuff outfit. That's quite nice printing, I think. We'll move on to Fleur. I think this is the first time that we have Fleur in a set, or at least in this form. She's got the school crest on the back, nice printing on the front, kind of a reflective gold bit in the centre. She's got two faces as well, one's sort of more of a terrified look and the other is just a more sort of determined / smirk look. And then we've got Harry. This is a nice new hairpiece as far as I'm aware for his hair, to reflect the hair that he has in Goblet of Fire. Oh, he's dropped his wand. He's got two faces as well. For some reason on mine, on the front here, I'm not sure if you can see it, but he has this weird kind of tan marking on his head where it looks like the scar might have smudged onto the normal flesh tone. But I've got plenty of other Harrys, so I suppose I could just swap the face out. He's got mid-range legs, very nice, sort of to portray the adolescence. We've got his Hogwarts uniform, if I can get it to show. It's fairly basic, but very nice. On the back, we have Potter, and he's holding his, I believe it's the Nimbus 2000, that has this nice piece here that's designed to be where you'd put your feet. So that's it for the minifigures. They're all very nice. We'll move on to the dragon now. So first of all, we get this nice egg that we've obviously got in previous sets, like the Jurassic World sets, but it's cast in gold this time, which is very nice to represent the egg that he has to capture, of course. The dragon itself is brick built this time. The last Hungarian Horntail we got was pretty much just one mould for the most part. Let me move the camera up here to show it a bit better. So there's quite a few ratchet joints this time. So, and ball joints. So you can move his head and his neck. The tail has lots of different varying degrees of rotation. I like the tail here with all the horns on it. Hungarian Horntail, obviously. The legs are ratcheted as well. His claws are just the normal sort of robot arms. Oh, I've lost that. Where's that from? Oh, that's from his head. I'll put that back on afterwards. His wings, I think this is the first time they've come in this kind of colour. It's a trans clear and a sort of a brown bleed through. It's quite a nice design. The head is quite nice. That's obviously printed. I believe that's the, can't remember the name of the creature, but that's the mould they used for the blue snake with wings. You'll have to excuse my lack of knowledge on that. That they used in the Fantastic Beasts set. I think that works fairly well here. It is a bit too beaky, if that's a word, for this sort of dragon really, but I think it does its job for the most part. Inside we've just got that, and we've got a sort of raptor jaw for the lower half. I do just want to, that's all there is, that's all there is to say about the dragon from this set, but I do just want to compare him to the dragon that we got from the original set back in 2005, I want to say. The difference here is the new one is all brick built. This one is pretty much exclusively just a single mould for the most part. The head is a separate that attaches to a hinge. The fire just hooks in there. You've got 3 horns there. Here's recoloured tan bananas for the horns on his wings. And he has a very similar looking, but distinctly different, you have to excuse the dust, wing colouring. It fades to black as opposed to clear. Yeah, this is all one piece, which is quite strange, and it does limit his mobility, his movability rather. You can move the tail around. He's got that for the horns on the end. He comes with that's supposed to be with the egg. It's really more of just a magnetic ball in the old set, but the attraction being, of course, oh, he stood on his chain, come on, there we go. The attraction being, of course, that the Harry that we got in the old set, and there's just a quick comparison between the old and the new, in case you're wondering. I think the new one is a definite improvement. But he has this in his hand, which is a bit of metal to the magnet that goes in here with the idea that he flies past and picks it up. It's a cool little play feature, but doesn't really look much like the egg. The new egg is much more to what it looks like in the actual film. In the old set, difference in figures, we got Mad-Eye Moody and Dumbledore, and it also came with a seating area, but that's packed away at the moment. But overall, I think this new one is, I would say for the most part, a definite marked improvement. It's nice to have a brick-built dragon, as opposed to just pretty much a single piece with a couple of attachments. I would have maybe preferred him to be a little bit bigger than he actually is, but I think for £30. That's not too bad at all, really. That's all there is to say about that, really. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.